What is going on? What is going on? What is going on, party people? It's your boy, Coach D Brown, former big leaguer, former first-round pick with the Kansas City Royals. And, man, we keeping this ball rolling, man. We had little I'm about to say Jay-Z, but I meant to say JC Love up there, Northeast side yesterday. And, man, we going to Powerhouse D2 school down in the dirty, man. We going back down to the dirty South over here, man, down to Mississippi College, man. And I'm joined today by Coach Jeremy today, man. Coach, man, what's going on, brother? How you doing today, man?
Man, D Brown, I'm doing good, man. It's beautiful here in Mississippi. It's a little chilly this morning, but man, to be honest, I can't wait to get our boys on the field so we can play some baseball, man. But it's good to see you. I'm glad I'm here and looking forward to this.
No doubt about it, man. And I appreciate you coming on, man. And I told my listeners the other day, and I told you behind the scenes, I had a chance to go on campus and go on the field a couple summers ago, man. And I was really impressed with the, at least the actual field. I didn't get a chance to go all through the college, but I like what I saw, man. I never heard of the college before until I got there on the campus, and I was really impressed with the facilities that you have there. But I also know that you kind of upgraded now, man. You know what I'm saying? So it even looks even. So with that being said, where is Mississippi College? All right, and what level? And let's just dig into this, man.
Yeah, man. I'm the head coach at Mississippi College, and we're Division II. We compete in the Gulf South Conference. Division II is a little underrated, I believe. I guess I might be a little biased, but I do believe there's a lot of good talent in baseball. Not enough kids to play. Enough places in Division II kind of gets overlooked, but there's a lot of talent in Division II, and especially in this conference. We like to say we're kind of like the SEC of Division II. We believe it. It's tough year in, year out from top to bottom. And Mississippi College used to be in Division II, went to Division III, came back to Division II. I inherited the second year of the transition of going back to Division II. My first year, we weren't allowed to compete in the playoffs or anything like that. So very transitional year for us. We were able to build it in the second year. Made the Gulf South Conference tournament first time since 1996, and then year three. Good recruiting class started from that first year, ended up winning it in 2018, won the Gulf South, competed in a regional down there in Florida, went to Florida Southern, competed in that regional, made it to the semifinals, ended up beat by Tampa, good game, ended up, man, we just ran out of gas, and then year four, had a good year in 19, half a game out from winning the regular season, and then obviously COVID struck us this past year. But Mississippi College University, just as a whole, beautiful campus, great academic standards. We're a Christian university. We like the whole well-rounded person. We really like to build men up here. Man, it's just a program that we believe that is setting people up for the future, not just for the selfish reasons of today, but literally just trying to build men for the future. We believe in that wholeheartedly. And, man, we got dreams. We dream big. We have big visions. We believe all men should have that. And, we're doing that. Baseball maybe be an example, but as a university, we get back on it. But it's a really beautiful place. And just like you said, you didn't know anything about it originally. And a lot of people don't. So, man, that's why we encourage people to come here so much to see it. And when they see it, they're like, man, this is a really, really nice place. And that's why we think it's so special.
Yeah, I lost the coach just a little bit. Let me see here.
Yeah, I can. You're cutting out a little bit.
All right. So I didn't know if you said the location of Mississippi. If you can kind of give a location on it, man.
Yeah, Mississippi College is in Flint, Mississippi. We're just a suburb of Jackson. We're just, I guess, west of Jackson, and beautiful community. We got a lot of, we're close to the city, but we also got a lot of places where people can go hunt, go fish, beautiful scenery, a lot of things for the kids to do. But it's central Mississippi.
All right. I usually don't go right into the school. I like to learn behind the man behind that kind of skip. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of how this the interview. Man, you seem fairly young, man. I know you kind of been going through the years, year by year, because man. But let's go back, man. Let's bring it back to the beginning, man. Where are you from? Playing career to you getting the head coach position at Mississippi.
Yeah, I grew up in Edmond, Oklahoma. I was a 6A powerhouse there in Oklahoma. We were, by my senior year, we were ranked, I think, up to 8th in the country nationally. Good baseball program. Was getting recruited by Oklahoma State, Missouri, some of those. Ended up going junior college straight from the draft. Back then it was draft and follow days and stuff like that. We were trying to get on that. I went to Connor State, very good junior college program there in Oklahoma, ranked top 10, top 5 nationally every year. Ended up, my freshman year, we went to Grand Junction with the World Series, had a lot of success. After junior college, faced some difficult decisions, family-wise, with some money and stuff like that, and ended up taking a year off in baseball and a year off of school, paused everything, and I got in. I coached 1 year for my old high school coach in American Legion, and man, I'll tell you what, I learned a lot about life in the 1 year of just sitting there not playing any baseball. But I'll tell you what, man, I coached a freshman team. We won like 27-2 that year. Coached an American Legion team, won a state championship, and then I ended up getting recruited by a guy named Scott Miller at Washington Baptist University. And when I thought all my baseball dreams were over, he gave me a second chance because I could easily gone off and be a firefighter or something like that, something easy. So I decided to go back to school, play baseball. Washington Baptist at that time wasn't the Division II program, and they only won like 40 games in 5 years. This guy was on the phone, man. I mean, he was the best recruiter I've ever heard. I mean, he made me sound like I was the best baseball player ever. But I liked it because he believed in me and believed that I could go there and make a difference for the program. And then I ended up going there. We won 30 games my first year. The second year, we went 15-10, number 1 team in the country, hosted a regional, and then I got like the American third baseman from there. Ended up kind of helping him out the next year. The very next year, they went and played for the national championship against Mount Olive in the Division II national championship. And then after that, man, he moved on to University of Arkansas Little Rock as the head coach, and he asked me to come on and help him out. And I just believed in me literally since the first day I stepped foot on that campus. He believed in me enough as my baseball knowledge to come on to be a coach. And when we were at Arkansas Little Rock, it was a transition. It was definitely a rebuild project, just like he just got done doing. And so we go on to Arkansas Little Rock, and I think we only won like 12, 13 games that first year. And Dirk Kenny, who is one of the scouts with the St. Louis Cardinals, but he was the pitching coach at that time, recruited a heck of a recruiting class that first year. I mean, that guy worked his tail off getting good talent in there. In the second year, we were the 11th best turnaround team in the country. And then by year 3, we had a good year. And I think by year 4, we actually won the Sun Belt Conference Championship. And then at a young age, man, I was recruiting my tail off. I was on the road like crazy. We were bringing in top 40 recruiting classes. And, at that time, Ouachita's head coach decided to get out of coaching. And the AD and the president gave me a call, and we sat down at a Starbucks in Little Rock. And at that point, I made the decision to go back to my alma mater and be the head coach there, and took over in December and transit, like literally in the middle of the year. It's a hard decision, man, because you work so hard on the phone with hitters and the guys you work with religiously and build relationships with, and you're up and leaving them. But it was an opportunity for my family. It was an opportunity for me to go back to the place I played and just, be able to hopefully reestablish what Scott Norwood had built there. Go there. I remember telling my assistant coach, all the guys' names on the board, give me a protected run-up because I didn't know anybody. Go in there, things were a little out of line for play, a little more aggressive, very young, didn't want to put my back into a corner of the coach. Probably treated the players a little bit unfairly at the time. And, we started the season 0-6, 0-7, something like that. I didn't think I was ever going to get a head coaching win. Man, I'll tell you what about the fifth year team is they were so resilient. We went over 30 games that season, went to a Great American Conference Championship tournament, lost the first game, didn't make one single error in that tournament, make it all the way to the championship game against Southern Arkansas. And we beat them the first game and take them to the F game, and we're 3 outs away from winning the championship that first year. And we get walked off in the 11th. But, man, I'll tell you what, that was a special group. But it was a lot of growing pains there as a head coach, young coach. I think I was 28 years old when I first started, and, helped build that. Got up to like 2015. I was coach of the year. Half a game out for winning the regular season that year. Had a good year. Mississippi College ends up calling me, and at that time, I didn't know what to do. I mean, I'm at my alma mater, but I was going to give them a shot, and I remember coming here for an interview. Really wasn't thinking much of it, but just saw how beautiful the campus was, what their vision was. And, man, it just lined up with everything that I wanted to do as a coach, everything that I want, to be as a coach and what I want for these players. And it was really neat to be. God really put us two together. And that's kind of the road to how it's been a blessing ever since.
We're having audio issues, and I thought it was just on my side, but it's like it's going in and out. I'm going to, and I'm sorry, people, it's just, and it's on my side. I'm going to, because a lot of that was very static, and there were people I was waiting, everybody can hear, but what I want to do, Coach, I hate to do this, I'm going to try to get out of this one here and go to the laptop over here. And make this happen. Or you're good on your side, Coach. I just, make sure this works and see how this goes. And it's just my laptop is. I think I'll be able to hear you better.
So it's gonna look kind of crazy in the beginning, but let me see here. All right. Let me see if. Yeah, let me see. Edit my settings. Let's see if I can make this, because if I end it like I did yesterday, so I'm going on to. Just hang in there with me, Coach. I'm sorry, brother. Get this right. can. I don't want to do that. All right, I'm glad I get this right. I got two different ones over here. All right. Well, I'm going to, and I'm sorry about this part of people, but what I'm going to do, I think it's because I got two mics. Let me see. I don't want to end it because yesterday that's what happened to me yesterday. Hang on one more second, Coach. All right, let me see. Let's see if this works. All right, Coach, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Let me see. Let me know if the audio is, because it's still staticky on this. I can hear it a little bit. All right. Well, I don't want to remove you from here. Let me see. All right. Well, we're just going to try to make this work over here. And I'm sorry about this, man. It's just the audio thing and then trying to get this right, man. But I know I'm better. I just, people saying we both are good now. So, all right, man. We're going to try to make this work. And so now, all right, you got the gig over there at Mississippi College. And you rocking and rolling over there, youngster over there getting this gig, man. And I heard bits and pieces of this thing, right? So making this powerhouse at Mississippi College, man, how, from a recruiting standpoint, there's a lot of good talent in Mississippi College, and it's a really good conference. I've learned about it being down there. Are you kind of real strategic when you in and around that Jackson and that Mississippi area, or do you kind of go out of the state?
Man, I'll tell you what, a lot of the junior college kids we get are from Mississippi. A lot of the high school talent that we get is actually outside of the state of Mississippi. The reason for that is it's no strategy to me. It's just the nature of the beast here in Mississippi. There's about 15, 16 junior colleges in the state. And so naturally a high school kid will adapt towards a junior college looking for possibly a bigger offer later on. You can't fault kids today that have D1 aspirations and stuff like that. We still recruit a lot of high school kids out of the state, regardless of knowing that, because we want to be competitive in whatever market we're in. We really want to sell who we are and what we could do for them. But out of the state, we've gotten kids from, Tennessee, Alabama, Louisiana, Texas. We got guys from Canada. We'll go anywhere to find, talent and guys that, just believe in us, believe in our program and what we could do for them. And, naturally what they could do for us to, go off and make a difference, and not only on the field but off the field at the same time. But I know you said what our strategy is. I'll take you back a little bit, who we recruit and kind of how that fits. But back when I was at Ouachita, I was a non-believer until I was 28 years old. I had my daughter, and man, it took a lot. It took a lot to humble this guy, for sure, and it changed my life to give my life to Christ. And I just remember just sitting there and telling my wife that I want to be as real as possible. I don't want to be fake no more. I don't want to be this guy that people think I am, or what they think a coach might be. you know, that old saying, like either you're a general or you're a player's coach. I mean, that's not me on either front. So like, you know, I want to be able to like be serious when I want to be serious, but also at the same time, man, I want to be a relationship kind of guy. Like I just want to have fun with my guys, laugh with them, but also get serious at the same time, man. Because that's how we all are. I mean, that's how we played. That's how we've always been. So just to kind of give you a little backstory on that, that was extremely important because, you know, there wasn't very many men in my life that really spoke about Christ or led me in the right direction to understand like what my purpose is in life and stuff like that. Because, you know, baseball is very important to me, and I know it's very important to other people. But man, I needed baseball more than baseball needed me. And I think that's very important for people to understand that, and especially coaches today, that this is the only thing they got, you know, and, you know, whether it's economic resources and stuff like that. I mean, this is the only thing I had. But at the same time, man, I needed more than just that. I needed a spiritual gift, and I didn't have anything, man, besides whatever it took to win. Just do whatever it takes to win, do it. I still got that competitive in me, but I thought that it was important that when I made that decision that I was going to be a man that did not take that for granted a day in my life, that I was going to teach these guys what it's like to actually be a man and what you got to do to stand on the principles of life and stand up for Christ and stand up for those things that actually matter. So when we talk about like recruiting strategies, man, it really had to do with us. Like it has nothing to do with the player. It has everything to do with the program. It has to do with us, man. If I can't self-reflect on me, then that's a self-reflection on the program. And so I thought that was extremely important to be able to set standards for my program. And that's kind of like how the recruiting strategy became was we were going to go out and recruit all these high talent kids and beg them to come to campus, like literally beg them to come, be like, man, just hear us out. Like you'll hear us, like see our place. We're building something special here. And man, all we do is every time they step foot on campus, we go, hey, we're not going to sell you on trophies. We're not going to sell you on rings. We're not going to sell you on tradition. We're not going to sell you on anything. We're going to just bring you around, tell us about us. We're going to be as real as possible. And if it works out, it works out. But if it don't, it don't. But like for this relationship to work, we got to both want the exact same thing. And so, man, all these high talented kids, guys that were like looking at D1s, looking at that, they're like, you know what? That's what I need in my life. That's what I want in my life. And man, that coach believes in me. That program believes that it's not just about my talents, about like who I am as a man and where I want to be. You know, a lot of people focus on past things in men, and it really bugs me. I could care less where you were, man. I just care about where you are and where you're going and how you're going to get there. That's all I care about. And man, so we bring kids in, and we don't care about like what their backstory is. Like we just really don't, man. We kind of look at, see good talented guys and bring them in and see if it works out. And so far, man, I feel like we've been extremely blessed. And I mean, we got some kids that probably shouldn't be here, but we're happy to have them. I can tell you that.
I love that, man. We got some questions coming in. Jeremy, how do you manage your pitching staff? I have a bunch of arms in Seattle, Washington. Coached college for 8 years and scouted for MLB teams for 7. Played 5 years with the Rangers. Always looking for new places.
Yeah, I mean, everybody needs arms, but we kind of, throughout the fall, through the spring, how we manage them is we put them through a throwing program that we actually got from the Cleveland Indians, kind of modified it into a way this year due to like all the deals. And man, we didn't have anybody hurt, but we started putting them on in the summer and put them through a long toss throwing program mixed with drive line, a little bit of that, but modified it to us in our strength and conditioning staff. But we Man, we're looking for guys like mid to upper 80s type guys, guys that we can see the arm work really well, guys that aren't utilizing their lower half as much as they should. Put them on this program. We really like guys that throw a 3-pitch mix, throw strikes. We're not really in the business of looking for those guys that throw 90 miles an hour and above, but they can't hit a broadside of a barn. I'm a true believer that man, you can't teach a guy to throw strikes. Like either it's mentally there, and you can do that, and then we can develop them physically and get them to where they need to be. But we really look for about 4 to 5 starters, and then we find mid-relief guys, and we're always looking for that guy that can absolutely close the door. That's a special guy. I mean, we look for that closer every single year. Not a very many guys got the stomach to do that job. And people think that's like the easy job. I'll just come in, get the last 3 outs. Man, that's like one of the hardest jobs. A starting guy can literally go out there and control his own destiny. You know, he can slip in the first inning, but he can build himself up for the rest. But man, we really like build our pitching staff for a really good bullpen. That's the biggest deal. We feel like we can find a lot of starting guys that can manage 5 to 6 innings. But yeah, we really want to develop our arms and be able to have hopefully the best pitching staff in the country.
I know you got a good one that just came over there from Memphis, man. I'll contact you to send you video or their contact info.
They can contact me by my email, jshaworth@mc.edu. I do have a Facebook page that you guys can go on to. You can just look up my name and then contact me, message me, however you want.
I'm going to post this email right now so they can send you. All right, let me get this. Sorry about that. I should always have this ready, but I do end up always typing it. But yeah, man. So I want to talk a little bit more about the conference that you guys playing and how competitive. I know you kind of said Division II, SEC, and that's one of the being down in that area for a while, you start learning, man, the type of ball that's being being played down there, man. So talk a little bit about your conference a little bit deeper, man. Type of schools and what schools and stuff is down there.
Yeah, just north of us is Delta State, literally a traditional powerhouse in the country. Mike Kinnison was there for a very long time. Man, I have so much respect for that man. Long-time assistant for him, Rodney Batts is the head coach there now. Unbelievable character guy, great guy. Had a good relationship when both of us were assistants, and then when I was the head coach of Washington, he's assistant at Delta. But more importantly, man, I had a great relationship with him when he was the head coach down at Mississippi Gulf Coast. We actually have quite a few of his players here. But great program. Been to the World Series multiple times. Won a national championship. Just south of us, West Florida. Great program. Won a national championship back in 2014. Mike Jeffcoat is a good coach, unbelievable pitching staff, great pitching mind, great guy. Just to the east of us, West Alabama, they're a powerhouse. They got a guy right now pitching for the Washington Nationals, Tanner Rainey. So he won a World Series for the Nationals. Then we got Christian Brothers there in Memphis, Union University up there in Jackson, Tennessee, Lee University in Cleveland, Tennessee. Good program, man. They got a super nice place. They just built a $2-point-something million stadium. Then you got West Georgia, Shorter University. you got let's see, Alabama Huntsville. They're a good program, very good program. Valdosta State, real good program. I'm telling you, man, top to bottom, always I feel like most talented team in our conference every year. Holy smokes, man! They get some big time D1 transfers. Other guys, I mean, they're really talented. Man, I hope I'm not leaving anybody out, but I think that's about it. But big conference, top to bottom, tough. Oh, Montevallo there in Alabama. I don't want to sell them short. Chandler Rose does a fantastic job with those guys. They were in the regional with us in 18. Big time pitching staff. Had some big time sluggers on that team. Man, I always look. I go into the season. I'm like, man, I hope we survive. That's all I know.
Yeah, I'm being in it, and I'm asked this, and I want you to be totally as honest as you can be. All right, but from a Division II level all across the country, where do you rate that conference? Like, honestly, what do you think? You know,
man, I'll tell you what, this whole Southeast region is a nightmare. The Sunshine Conference there in Florida is as tough as it gets too, and then the Peach Belt right there. Man, I mean, I would say any one of those three conferences could be arguably the top conference in the country. I mean, you could argue for all three of those. I mean, we've played them all, like, Sunshine. I mean, the Sunshine has had our number with Tampa and Nova Southeastern to Florida Southern, going to the World Series and stuff like that. So we compete in the same region. So, I mean, we're either one or two with the Southeast Sunshine Conference. It's pretty good, man. It's good baseball. Let's be honest. Like, at the end of the day, baseball has evolved so much from the early stages, even from the 90s to now. I'm telling you, coaches have gotten better. Players have gotten better. Just the technology to the development to understanding what we do. I mean, it's trickling down to all levels. And I'm telling you, man, like, you can go play. There's some D3s out there that are unbelievable. There's obviously NAIs that are good. Man, there's junior college programs that just got freshmen and sophomores that could probably compete in the SEC. So from what I see from just a nationwide standpoint, I just feel like there are great baseball players everywhere.
all right. It is, and it's a lot of competition. I was very impressed with the level of competition all throughout the Mississippi, Tennessee, Alabama area, man, and now being in Georgia, man. But so let's speak on that recruiting side a little bit more, like, with the technology and all of that. Like, we talked last week, right? And it was more, you were talking about the restrictions and stuff. So talk about how COVID has affected Mississippi College. And, because if I'm not mistaken, you got some camps coming up right now where this will probably be your first time in a while getting to see some talent on the field, especially on the campus. No, or what?
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. I mean, we got hit with a dead period when it first came out, rightfully so. I mean, Division I still to this day are in a dead period. We're lucky enough that we got lifted out of the dead period back in September. Well, we were restricted. I mean, a lot of high school stuff wasn't going on. We were kind of going bits and pieces out, but like, we really couldn't see much. Nobody was really having anything at that time. Football was just trying to play, and they're still playing. So I don't think anybody cared about baseball no more. So we do have a camp coming up this Saturday, and this will be the first time. I think right now we'll have about 40 kids come. Some from Mississippi, some guys from Louisiana, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee. So I'll tell you this, man, we're super excited to have other faces on our field other than my teams. But this is a great opportunity for us to evaluate people in person. We've been having to look at a lot of videos, a lot of breakdowns, having to request for more. I'll tell you this: we have relied more on a man's word more than we've ever had to do. Like, trust in the game of recruiting now is more important than ever. So, when people are selling players and stuff like that, I mean, the honesty, people are probably getting questioned like they're in a court of law now, probably about some player just trying to get it because, most coaches have always just want to do the eye test and do that. But it's changed a lot for us. And also, with everybody getting their eligibility back at the same time, like all the seniors did to the juniors, all that. We talked to our seniors at the end of the year and we're like, man, you guys got opportunities to get jobs and stuff like that. So a lot of them actually went on and started their lives. But with this, man, everybody got its season over again. So recruiting's not as big of a need as it has been in the past. So I'm really curious to see how everything just kind of plays out towards the end of the year.
So feel like you're behind the eight ball a little bit? I mean, like everybody else feels. I mean, but are you still on 2021s, or how do you feel about your current roster and where in the near future? Are you feeling like you got to play catch up, or are you feeling okay? I just bits and pieces. How that work?
Man, I feel like we feel really good about where we are for 2021. And we have one more, piece that we're trying to fill, possibly another. But D, man, the one thing that we just don't know is if some of these, they're not seniors, but they're actually juniors. Are they going to continue for the next year, or are they going to be like, you know what, coach, this is it for me? Because we really want to honor those guys. It could put us in a bind, say, by the end of the year if some guys end up going, but we do feel confident that there are going to be some guys available because everybody's so backlogged. I think everybody just doesn't know what to do. We're so uncertain on how everything's going to play out. How are the D1s going to play out with their rosters? To how the high school kids going to commit? Are they going to commit to some D1s, or are they going to be sitting there still looking for homes? Man, we're in that middle ground where we're actually kind of, I feel like at the Division II level, we're kind of playing Russian roulette in some ways. We're taking a gamble by waiting, but is our waiting going to benefit us, or is it going to take us down? We don't know that yet. But yeah, I mean, we're still all doors are open. I can promise you that with recruiting we want people to come here. We don't know what's going on. We want to recruit as many guys as we possibly can, because you never know what might happen. I mean, we literally don't know what's going to happen now.
I mean, such spring. What's your gut? I mean, you guys. I mean, obviously you have to practice, have the mindset if you're going to play in the spring. But what's your gut telling you? From a percentage wise, and I know. We all as coaches are going to be like, hey, let's get ready and all of that. But you have to have that sense of because everything else just keeps getting push. You see the rise and stuff in different, I don't know where it is in Mississippi, but different parts of the country, you see rise in here and there. But do you feel good about, playing?
Our basketball team's practicing right now. They're about to start their season, and I feel really good if they can get their season up and going and keep playing. I really do feel good about us. I have not heard anything from an NCAA standpoint. We have not heard from our conference any rumors about us not playing. As far as we know, we're full go. But you're right. I mean, it does make you nervous right now, with the rising numbers. We do have, our numbers went way down. We had a big surge in the summer. Numbers went way down. Everybody's off our campus now. They finished out the semester. Man, we're just hoping that when everybody comes back that, we can try to put our players in the best bubble as possible. Keep them safe, keep them from not catching it, and man, just hopefully that we're going to do our part. Hopefully everybody else does their part in this, so we can play. Our guys have already been stripped of one season, It was hard enough, and I think a lot of our guys realized that. And they did a great job this fall, D. Man, I'll tell you that right now. Like, our guys were unbelievable through the restrictions, through everything. They knew it was taken from them, and they don't want it to happen again. So with that, man, if everybody has the same mindset across the country, I feel confident in that. But man, I can't control the narrative at all. All I can do is try to do the best for our program and our guys, and I feel like our guys want to play. So we'll do whatever it takes.
Yeah, I know they're going crazy. I know the kid, those dudes want to play. So the recruiting aspect of it. What time is your camp on Saturday? Where can they find more information if, say, like, parents and stuff want to come and bring their kids? Where can they find that information at, Coach?
Yeah, you just go to our gochoctaws.com. If you go to the baseball, click baseball, they'll go on. They'll have camps. You click on camps, and it'll take you directly to that site. And I think the site is ChoctawBaseballCamps.com. So if you go to ChoctawBaseballCamps.com, it'll take you directly to our link. And that's the only thing that we have going on right now. So they can sign up online, pay online. Very, very simple.
You said like ChoctawBaseball.com?
No, Choctaw Baseball. ChoctawBaseballCamps.com.
Baseball camps, okay. All right. And it's like karate chop, right?
Yeah, Choctaws, like the Choctaw Indian tribe.
Oh, damn. Okay, yeah. You have to put that on the chat. CHATTAU.
Let me try to do it right here.
Maybe I know somebody put it on there for me. Somebody always comes through for me. We got a question here, Coach, that says, oops. My boy Jake making fun of me. Yeah, Jake, I know you probably know you over there, Jake. Yeah, exactly. I know you're gonna hook me up. It's funny, Coach, like guys that be making fun of me, they come in here and there when locations, you know what I'm saying? Certain guys I don't see nothing from, but when I get the Mississippi followers come on board and stuff. So Jake, man, go up there to Mississippi College, man, and see what's going on over there. Represent, one of the listeners over here, man. Go up there and check him out. Jake is a good player, man, down in the Columbus, Mississippi area down there. So, but all right, the Choctaw Baseball ChoctawBaseballCamps.com. All right. Yeah. All right. I'm trying to, get this right, Coach. All right. The about there today. So I had a question come in there. What's the final piece of arms you're looking? Middle guys, outfielders type.
Yeah, we are looking for a middle infielder. Definitely, preferably, probably a shortstop. Doesn't matter if it's from junior college or high school. That no true preference there. Just a guy that's looking to get developed. Also, arm-wise, man, we're always looking for arms. I mean, that never ends. We're possibly looking for a catcher. Could be the high school. We got pretty good depth there, but that could be a possibility. We're kind of waiting to see how that plays out at the end of the year and stuff like that. But mainly shortstop and an arm.
All right. So in the season end, hopefully, not really backed up. Division II. Can you explain like the difference between Division I and Division II for my listeners when it comes to scholarships? Are you guys fully funded from the and if you can explain the difference numbers wise between I and Division II?
Yeah, Division II, our full allotment is 9 scholarships. So we got to break that up amongst however many guys you got on roster. Division I gets 11.7. and I know they're fighting to get more. So I'm hoping that, if they fight to get more, maybe we get some more too. The NCAA did something that was pretty incredible a couple of years ago. That's actually beneficial. Is that we were allowed to stack academically, kind of basically per institution, however the institution wanted to do it. So we were an academic institution. Plus, we also want to help out students that, since we are a private institution, that people that wouldn't be able to afford a private school education, that this would be an opportunity for them to do so. So with that, we were able to get our fully funded with 9, plus we can stack academic on top of it. And our university has been very generous towards athletics, and we're able to compete in the market with, say, state schools and stuff like that. So that's how we've been able to stay competitive. So we do make it very reasonable and affordable for people to come here. Just think about if I had a roster of 40, just trying to split 9 of those that many ways. So it could be very difficult and strategic from a business standpoint, but we do always try to make it work. I mean, I have student loan debt out my ears, and so I get it. And so I always try to make it reasonable for those guys.
All right. How many student athletes are on the full squad, Coach?
I only carry about 40, and that's it. Most of those guys, stay, and only few. If we got guys that are in the pre-med field, a lot of those guys get to the late season of what they're doing in the classroom. And, it's a baseball, be a doctor. I mean, I understand you need to go be a doctor. I mean, we got guys that are engineers that are trying to be engineers, and I don't know how they do it, man. I mean, I can't imagine them doing all this. I wasn't a brainiac. I was just a student of the game. So about 40, and then usually whenever, obviously, the turnover every year with seniors. So
you might have said it, Coach. Again, it may have been during the audio issues time, but what is the price of the school, and how many kids are in that, or how many student athletes are at Mississippi College?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. How many students? Period. How many people?
Yeah, absolutely. Our price tag range. I mean, we're a private institution, so it's just right at about $30,000 to go to school here. Could be a little less, could be a little more, just depending on, obviously, fees to what degree you're getting. But we have about 5,400 students, something like that. We're around there. We're actually kind of a larger private institution. We have a nursing school. Our business school is extremely good. Our pre-med is unbelievable. But also, I mean, I feel like our kinesiology is really good. We got a really good criminal justice department. I do try to push some of our guys that way, because I feel like it's a way to make a difference in their communities or anywhere. It doesn't matter. I think it's a way to educate themselves on some things that are going on, but also because I got guys that are going to be U.S. Marshals or in the high up in the FBI. I mean, I think that's just so amazing to me to see those guys be able to do these things. But also, like, we have postgraduate school. We got master's programs. We also have a law school here. So very, very well versed. Very prestigious. I don't know if most people. The college was founded in 1826. It's the oldest college in the state of Mississippi. It's really the second oldest Baptist university in the country. Wow. So it's a very old, prestigious university that strives for excellence in everything. So very good opportunity for anybody if the opportunity suits them.
What is the academic, like when you say you could get academic money, where does that kind of start? As far as like, you got your requirements to get into school, but as far as like getting some academic money to help out, their cost, where does that start at?
Sure. I mean, it could start out, it depends on, it's like a matrix system. So it has to do with your GPA plus your ACT score if you're an incoming freshman. If you're a junior college player, community college player, it's solely based on your GPA from the institution that you're at. So, I mean, if you're a PTK, I think they can get up to $13,000 in academic money right there if they can get that out of junior college. Anywhere the range is from 18 to 36 on the ACT. It could be less than that because we started a new program. I can't remember what it's called, but like even if somebody gets a 16, 17 on their ACT, we can put them through a program where it's almost like they got an 18 and they get money for if they got an 18, depending on what their GPA is. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think it can go like ranges from like 6,000 all the way to pretty much everything being paid for. So, and then they can top that off with whatever baseball money they get or financial aid money or whatever grants they can apply for. So, I mean, it can end up being very, very affordable.
All right. What is your best quality as a coach you take pride?
The best quality as a coach, man, is to be a mentor for my players. I mean, I literally probably spend more time on that part of it than teaching base. I mean, I teach baseball every single day. I think that gets kind of repetitive sometimes. I mean, we do develop our players. I don't want to shy away from that, but I think the most important thing, the best quality that I take pride in is that we hold standards to our players, and that's faith, selfless, and relentlessness. And we really want the character of our players to stand out. It's not about what they do on the field, but it's also what they do off the field. That's extremely important. Our job isn't over just to sit there and coach baseball, win rings, and do that stuff. Man, that stuff's great, but man, that's just momentary. That's just that stuff just happens in an instant. But man, what are we going to do for these guys later on? So if I'm not doing my job to create good husbands and good fathers one day, and I understand they got fathers at home, and they might not have fathers at home. They got mom, it's not for me to talk about what their home is, but what they do here, they can grow up a lot. And I think most people understand when you go to college and you get later in your years, you kind of look back and think about how immature or selfish we were and the things and decisions that we made. And man, I really want our guys not just grow up, but man, just to take responsibility, look at themselves in the mirror and understand that, there's a whole big world out there and it's nasty and it's ugly, but what are you going to do to control that? Like, what are you going to do? Are you just going to complain about the world, or are you going to go do something about it? So, man, we stress faith that, at the end of the day, I have faith in Christ because I stand on that alone. And the peace that I have is because of the works he did on the cross at the end of the day. And I think they know that. And I hope they believe that with all their heart, because at the end of the day, if you do, man, you can live a selfless life. You got to remember it ain't about you. It's about people around you. It's about your teammates. It's about your university. It's about your community. It's about your family. It's about those people around you. It's not about who's going to serve you. It's about how you're going to serve them. How are you going to make them better? Because if you look at yourself, you do that, man, you're going to make yourself better without you even knowing it. And man, I just want our guys to be relentless in everything they do, literally relentless. I don't want them to take the easy way out, man. I want them to not take shortcuts. I want them to roll up their sleeves. I want them to get to work and do the hard things of life. Quit complaining about how easy it is for somebody else, man. Like, do it yourself. And, man, we just don't look for those shortcuts in anything that we do, but we love to use our spiritual gifts, however that might be. We understand that every one of those guys in the locker room are different. They come from different backgrounds, but I want them to love each other, because that's the most important commandment that we have, is to love your neighbor as yourself more than anything else. And I think that's important that they do that. Now, I'll tell you this right now, D, man, the most impressive thing that I've seen through the program here, and what I know it's a reflection on what me and my coaching staff do on a daily basis for these boys, is that, man, we give them ownership in this team, man. We give them stake in what they want to do. We want them to have an input of what we do here. And we want them to do that. And so we do everything as a team. So if one guy falls, we all fall. And what that did was gave these guys accountability for each other, knowing that, hey, if one guy slips, we all pay the price. And that's life, man. One guy's consequence is everybody else's shortcomings. And they know that. And I want them to learn these life lessons as this team. So, man, when they go and they marry whoever they want to marry, that they treat her with the utmost respect and love her for everything, because one day she's going to be the mother of your kids and you're going to live for those kids. And you're going to do everything for those kids. And then they can pass that on to those kids. And then we can start changing generations instead of trying to change the world at an instant. All I can do is that locker room. And I just want my players to know that. And that's such a good question because, man, I really do take pride in that. And culture is everything. And I think even if you see today and you look at the world today, we're broken. And that's what I want my guys to be like, hey, who are you? What's your identity? Like, what's your identity? What's your why? Like, what is your why in this world? Because it has to be greater than what everybody's talking about you. It has to be greater than all that. So your why has to be greater than whatever you think your identity is, man. Because if you can do that, you can go make a difference in this world. So, man, I firmly believe that the foundation of this program was started with these boys and believing in me and believing in my coaches, believing in the program. And, man, it's been a joy in my life to get to see these guys grow up. A lot of these guys getting married here soon. A lot of these guys going on to do great things. Some of them going on to be coaches. And, man, I can't thank them more than enough to be able to break those chains and go off and change generations. That's the most important thing a coach can do. So I take pride in it. I'm not ashamed of it, to be honest with you. So.
All right, man. You making a lot of fans out here, man. They are, taking them to church or this ain't amen. Wow, good stuff. Stop bringing it. I need to get the tissue. He's like, yeah. So, man, that's awesome stuff, Coach. Man, what I would love to do, man, if you could, I'm gonna have you take us out. I mean, we're running an hour, and honestly, we're going good with this audio, and I just don't want to get cut off like we did. So I want to make sure we get an hour in. I want you to kind of, you've been, giving us nothing but nuggets here, but I want to kind of, while we're getting ready to, I'm going to say my little pleasantries and get out of here, and you're going to take me out with a great message like you've been doing, brother, because it's well worth it, man. Parents, tomorrow I have Coach. We're going to the post-grad, all right? We're going post-grad tomorrow, all right? So this will be my third post-grad that I brought on. I'm bringing on Roger Wilkinson at Scouts USA in Augusta, Georgia. It is a post-grad program, and he will be joining us tomorrow. And on Thursday, I will have Mark Freeman coming on, ex-Major League Baseball player, ex-pitcher. Coming on Thursday. On Friday, I will have Chad Hermanson, ex-Major Leaguer, that talks about the mental side of this game. Farmfield Pack. And then next week, man, I don't know, I'm in talks, man. I may be going down. We might be coming from down under with the girls softball, man. So I got the Mizzou softball coach coming on potentially next week. She's definitely gonna come on in the next week or two. So I'm just kind of sizing that up. I didn't forget about you guys. So as you know, I still have the bat. Remember the bat giveaway on Wednesday. Lord have mercy, Wednesday. And so on Thursday, I will be giving this away, all right, to the person that tags about the free webinar on December 8th on Tuesday, all right? Coach, I'm sorry, man. I know it kind of feel like the price is right over here, man, but if you give me a little, time and, get through it. But here's the free bat, to be giveaway. If you tag as many people to get on this free webinar on Tuesday, you guys will get access to this bat. Chris Davis model Rawlings bat. All right, here you go. Still in the in the package over there. Coach, you know my boy David Renfro down there. David, come down there with you guys. You know Renfro a little bit or no?
I don't know him. I know of him, but I don't know him.
Okay, cool. I didn't, Anyway, I know he's a Mississippi boy down there. But all right. So, Coach, if you could, man, if you could just about the program, or it could be just like you've been doing, man, just kind of give these nuggets to these parents that are still hanging in there with me. And if you could, brother.
Yeah, I mean, we built this program not from scratch. I mean, I've had a lot of help along the way with a lot of former alumni. Hey, I mean, there ain't no doubt. I mean, I feel like we got a really good community that we got going on here, and we think it's a special place. We really, really do. I have literally no aspirations but to be here. I love it. My family loves it here. Great community. Man, we're just looking to do some good things in 2021. I mean, I shouted out to our guys over Thanksgiving over a long text message, probably a little bit of heartfelt whenever I sent it. Hadn't seen them in a couple weeks, but man, I'll tell you what, I told them, I was like, hey, you guys stay faithful in what you're doing every single day. 2021 is going to bring something special to you. So we really look forward to it. I really think about everybody else out there in the country that everything's been stripped away, and we really do feel like everything got stripped away. But man, this world wasn't meant to be ours in the first place, and we have to look at it from that perspective. That we serve a great God, we serve a big God, and we got to allow Him to take control of these things, and we really do need to look forward to the future, quit looking in the past, and build off that. The greater things are to come, because that's what was promised to us. But we just got to wait, sit there and wait. And we really do look forward to everything to come. And man, I just want to go see baseball. I'm a baseball fan and I'm a baseball junkie. So I love good baseball. So I root for everybody. Love to see some big time happen in 2021. And D Brown, man, I just really do appreciate you and what you do for baseball, and what you're doing to everybody else. You get just tons of knowledge, people that come on, just different varieties that come on your show, man. So we just appreciate you for the things that you do, and man, you're making a difference, whether you think you are or not, but you are, man.
Damn, well, you just gave me goosebumps, brother. All right, man. The Christmas present. The present is the present is coming, man, in the mail, man. Lord, may you, man. But you could be doing many things, man. And when you came on here, man, and shared, and I was happy to have you, man. I was glad to meet you last week, and shout out to my boy Raymond over there in Florida for hooking this thing. It's a small world, and Coach is on here because of the followers. That the followers talked and get requests all the time, and you get this guy on, and you were requested, and it just so happened that a guy from Florida who went to the Mississippi College got you on here. But then I've been there. It's every few times I've been to these that, but like I said with Field, I know you bringing over there, but it's a beautiful field. Now it's AstroTurf in the infield and on the sides now, right, Coach?
Correct. That's correct. Yeah. Right. So new AstroTurf surface that we just put in last December. Redid the entire outfield. The same crew that did the Atlanta Braves new place did our field. I mean, the outfield drains like turf. I mean, it's unbelievable. So any alumni out there that have played on the field that can understand, like, that field didn't drain with nothing. It was beautiful, but never drained. Now it drains. So these kids are spoiled now. So
yeah, well, listen, cages, very impressive. So again, I've left the email up. If you look at the comment section, if you have a kid that can play, preferably 21, 22 class right now, send it to Coach, and and he got a camp December 5th on Saturday, starting at what time, Coach?
9 a.m. 9 a.m.
All right, there you go. Start at 9 a.m. So one of very few schools that I know even having camp. So if you are in the area, even in around those neighboring states, get on there, get to that camp, and go out there and compete and see if you can make some money out there, scholarship money over there. Okay. All right. Love you guys. Tomorrow again, we got a post grad Roger Wilkinson coming on. It's great. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate you, my brother.
Yep. Appreciate you,
Coach.
man. Take care.
Parents, welcome tomorrow, man. Love you guys. See you guys tomorrow.